Hey, Joe here. I'm the custodian at ignitiondiecast.com, but this channel is mostly a video diary of my personal collecting, hijinks, successes, failures. Walk with me now as I open and talk about cars, trucks, and sometimes even action figures. I usually interject some sassy Gen X commentary about the hobby, tales from the toy aisle, and society itself. So be sure to like, subscribe, share, and definitely comment. Your opinion matters. Good morning, Diecast people. It is super early, and I usually don't do videos this early, but I got a lot of stuff to do this morning and some running around to do, and you know what I'm going to do while I'm out. But today's video is going to be somewhat indulgent because yesterday I was lucky enough to be first at a store, and they got a couple L cases in stock, and I drank my fill and got some stuff for the archive, got some stuff for myself, and put the rest at ignitiondiecast.com, most of which is already sold because I put new inventory in at 7 p.m. and people slurp that stuff up, which is what we want, right? But today, and you're gonna want to punch me in the face, I'm gonna open 3 Ferraris. I don't collect Ferraris myself. I think they're very cool. I mean, the temptation is there, but I know that if I start acquiring them, I'm gonna want premiums, and then I'm gonna go outside the Hot Wheels realm, and I'm gonna want Ferraris by other makes, and so I'm just abstaining. Like I abstain from a lot of makes and models that I really think are cool, but you can't collect everything, so you got to make choices. And I have decided that I'm not a Ferrari collector. So here is the let me put these on. It's kind of dark in here and I can't see very well. Ferrari SF90 Stradale or Stradale, depending on how you pronounce it. Stradale. All 3 of these are going to the archive. And I was waiting until I found a clutch of them in the wild. I got 2 in the M case or before, and I didn't want to take them because they're still selling for so much. Well, the most that we would ever charge at Ignition Diecast is $333, but like on eBay they were charging like $15, $20. This one is a Ferrari F40 Competizione, and it's part of the HW Exotics series. See it? Looks a little retro, I guess. Doesn't have a year, but I'm thinking this was from a while ago. And it's red. I recently found out that the Ferrari logo on these cars is hand painted. It's not a badge that's glued on. It's painted. So that's kind of rad. Archive bound. And then this one, people are really hot for this one. And this is the first time I've ever seen, like, this is an international card. I don't know if they're doing this on American cars, but it's got the Jour de Course. I guess that means race day in Italian. And I'll have to check. I don't know if that's on the American cards or not, if it's only on the international. But this is a 365 GTB4 Competizione car. I like it. If you're not going to have a metal Zamac base, if it's going to have a plastic base, I think it's kind of cool when it matches the car color. But that's just me. Real quick, I know I talk about action figures, and I've never like reviewed or showed an action figure, but real quick, real quick, this is a Diecast channel, but some of you out there are into Star Wars and action figures too. I found a Zartha at Ollie's for $9.99, and this is the first one I've ever bought in this blind box, the plastic free boxes, which they don't do anymore, because what people were doing is cutting them, opening them very carefully and putting something of a similar weight in there and closing them back up and then returning them to the store, keeping the figure and then like selling rocks, returning rocks back to the source. So they don't do that anymore. Now they're back to the clear plastic. But anyway, I was happy to find this for $9.99 because she's one of my favorite characters in the Rogue One series, Zartha, and she's right there. So this rest of this video, the video in general, is brought to you by Dave Hosley. Oops, I have to cut that out. Anyway, Dave, and man, did he send me some cool shit. A 70 Buick GSX on a short card. Keeping that, baby. Incidentally, speaking of Buicks, the L case has a black recolor of the Buick Riviera, and I haven't seen it. I saw pretty much every other car from the L case that I wanted yesterday, including the King Cuda and the pink Porsche, but didn't see the Riviera. I don't know what's up with that. I'm suspicious that it's actually in the L case. An AMC Javelin AMX. I have a couple AMX Rebel machines, but I don't think I have a single one of these. I kind of sense an AMC box coming along. Then I have a place to put those Smashbox Eagles. Nice pearl green. Plastic base, unfortunately, but pretty cool otherwise. I love that AMC logo back there. Awesomeness. And then a clutch of red editions and chases. So this Honda EF, Civic EF, which I did acquire one of these for myself, so this one's going to go to the archive because it needs it. This is a very red video. The small block, Target Red Edition. I'm not really a fan of this car, but the archive did need one. And I haven't seen red editions in Target myself. I go there practically every day, and I just don't see them anymore. I know that that was fairly current, as is this one, but just they're getting all gobbled up. The custom Cadillac Fleetwood Red Edition. Don't collect them, but the Ignition Diecast Master Set needed one. And then the Raging Express from this anniversary set. Had a few, sold them all. I'm gonna keep this one and put it in the archive. Even though anniversary sets aren't technically part of the archive, since it was so easy to get the other ones, I acquired the non-chases. And I think the other mix, it's a van. It's either a Dodge van or a custom 77 van, something like that. So, just to prove to you that we're keeping it. So your trivia question is, what's this Japanese style where they do all that kind of stuff? It's like on the manga tuner. There's a name for it, but I can't remember. Man, that's a very reflective windshield. You can look into infinity. And then Wow, my little phone camera just ran out of memory and it aborted the video recording. So starting over again, or restarting, there's this TerraTrek Chase, a Datsun King Cab. And I don't even have the regular version of this. I didn't keep one. I have a Datsun box, but for some reason I just haven't gone the route of Datsun trucks. So I'm going to keep it ultimately, unless I can trade it for two things come to mind. The black Porsche 911 Exotic Envy Chase, which I think the Porsches has a market value or asking price a little above this, but maybe somebody's got it out there. Or the pink Porsche from the Legends Tour, which I don't really want to pony up the cash for. Oh, also, if you happen to have the orange Walgreens exclusive King Cuda Classics, it can even be loose as long as it's new. So that's what I'll trade for. If I can't trade it, maybe I'll sell it for money and use that money to get one of those cars. Either way, major thanks to Dave. And this is going to be transformed into something that I want even more than this. But got stuff to do. Tomorrow's Freaky Friday. Tune in, have an extra cup of coffee, and talk to you soon.